Hello, welcome back to another pick a card reading from yours truly, Empath Reader. I have to be a bit quieter because I don't want to disturb my neighbors. Also, it's a bit late in the evening, and I wanted to say that I always pick intuitively what I pick up intuitively. I do the readings on, and now I have like this question in my head. I wanted to see for the collective past, present, and possible outcome. Plus, I'll pick an advice card afterwards. We have 3 piles to choose from. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. I'll let you meditate on it. I will use only the oracle cards on my channel. I only have one deck for now because I ordered the others, but they'll take some time to come. And yeah, that's about it, I think. Pick your pile, and then I'll see you on your pick. Hello, pile number 1. If you chose the rose, as I was saying in one of my other readings, it has this eternal thing to it. It's an eternal beauty in a way, even if it's wilted. Maybe your connection with someone is quite maybe not so perfect. Maybe it's gone through some tough things, but it still has this uniqueness to it. I don't know, I just felt compelled to say that. So this is how it's gonna go: past, present, possible outcome, and I'll pick an advice card. We have here for the past. Maybe someone in the past has been judged quite harshly. Whether you judged your person or they judged you. Whether a misunderstanding happened that you had that left you no other choice but to judge them. I'm gonna pick a clarifier for the past energy, simply because I feel like I want to elaborate a bit more on why it's meant to say that. Maybe that was one of the reasons why you and your person aren't together or facing problems. For zodiac signs, I get water signs and earth signs: Pisces, Cancer, and for earth signs I have like Taurus. I don't know, that's what I got. Someone, I don't know why, in the past it may have been a conflict of interest. Maybe you both were working together, maybe something, or maybe you were going to school together, or you had an odd relationship to them at first, before you got into deeper connections. To be fair, I think that although there was times where maybe somebody didn't, or everyone was telling you or your person that this between you wouldn't work out because you're just so different. Maybe a twin flame journey, that's what's mostly where there's a clash of cultures, I don't know, I feel like it was a misunderstanding in the past that made you two split. Maybe the misunderstanding of the connection you two had. maybe your person didn't have like this awakening to what that connection was yet. That's what I picked up. I don't know really the reason what the conflict is about, because it could be many things, and I'm not going to like dive too much into it. But that's just the overall energy on the past, and I want to look at the present. I feel like now you're in a place, either your person or you, where you take control over your life and try not to focus too much on the hurt that has been. So I feel like there was really hurt emotions, hurt feelings, and a lot of other things playing a role. And right now you're more focused on taking control over your life, or maybe a person is taking control over their life too, to get more stable. I want to see the possible outcome, because I don't have really much to say to the present. I feel like the situation will unfold in a good manner, if your person allows it to, or you allow it to. Maybe it won't be in the way you're expecting it to become. Maybe you're expecting a big offer, or something along the lines of a big commitment, but I feel like it will be quite different. It will be alien-like to the situation, and it will be different from what you're expecting, but it doesn't have to mean that it's bad. It's just not what you're expecting for the outcome to be. I'm going to see the advice on, like, I feel like the offer will be something, the outcome will be something you're not expecting. Maybe it's it doesn't have to be a happy ending, you know. It can be complete new start with something else for you or for them. I want to see the advice. Yeah, I feel like you have to accept the situation for how it is, you and your person too. The advice is to understand that life will return to a state of peace and stability if you allow the change, because I feel like there will be a change on your connection. Whether you're not speaking now, there will be communication, but if there's a bit of communication, there will be better communication. Or if you two are talking, that it will lead to something better, but not in the way that you think that it is. Maybe the overall outcome is that it's completely the opposite of what you think is right for the connection. Now, whether that's if you're expecting a marriage proposal or a commitment, or just overall just a sense of security, maybe that's not exactly what this connection needs. Maybe it needs more of a time out, so you can put more into yourself and care in yourself, and to get back to this back to calmer waters. You have to accept for what it is now and focus on keep focusing on getting the reins back on track of your life. That's the overall advice and outcome. Actually, the outcome will be something you're not expecting, and the advice is that you should just go with the flow and accept that things happen for a reason. I know it may sound cliche, but that's just how I get it. I wouldn't fret about it. It's not a bad thing. I feel like it's a good thing. That was for pile number 1, the rose. Hope it helped. Hope it resonated. Please leave a comment if it does. See you next time. Pile number 2 for whoever chose this lovely unicorn. This to me represents friendship, family, because my sister gave it to me and I like unicorns, and I feel like your person, whether old or new flame, is that this speaks to me about somebody knowing your interests and trying to somebody who knows you well. That's what I'm getting about this connection, and it's kind of an innocent type of energy I'm picking up, so it's a good thing. I'm going to see the past of this connection. To me, this card, or what I'm picking up intuitively, is somebody decided to put an end to a connection because they were focusing on their ambitions and stuff that, okay, it's okay, but in the long run, you most likely missed out on being happily ever after with someone because you were too focused on being successful, which isn't a bad thing. I'm not saying that. I just want to clarify what exactly the drift happened. I don't know. I don't get that you that the two of you are speaking, or if you are, it's just, I don't know, it's just a blocked kind of communication. Maybe you blocked them or they blocked you, and then they unblocked you, but they expect you to write them, or it's kind of a chaser type of vibe. That's in the past energy is what I picked on. Okay, so somebody was also wary of somebody else. They have trust issues. Whether that means that there's been a broke of trust here, whether from them or from you. Maybe they left to be with somebody else that could bring them the prosperity and authority over whatever ambition they had. They thought that they would get with that person. But I always say that when you're trying to build your happiness upon somebody else's sadness, when somebody gave everything to you and you just completely ignore that because you found something better, in their eyes they think the grass was greener, but it's not the case, because that's just, you can't build your happiness over somebody else's sadness. That's what I'm going to say, and I'm gonna leave it at that. So the present, somebody's trying to hold back to show discipline, whether it's you or them, and they are pretty headstrong about that. It's stagnant in the present. I don't see much, it doesn't speak about, I'm picking it up about the connection, that it's exercising discipline in areas in your life, but towards this connection, I feel like it resonates too, because somebody's trying to be dedicated to their goals, whether it's you or them, and it's not a bad thing. I'm just saying that it's not much about the need to want to do something because of trying to show the other that they care less, or that, but that comes from a place of hurt, because if you want to show somebody you don't care, it's more of because they are afraid of getting hurt. I don't know, it's the present isn't much. It's a stagnant kind of energy, and I want to see the outcome. Okay, so I feel like now is not the time to even think about dwelling on the connection, because I feel like you're both you were too emotionally drained by it. That's why it needs to be stagnant now, and there's no outcome in it, because it literally is saying that the outcome is just being like self-reflecting and relaxing and not putting thought to it, because, or that's what they're doing maybe right now, and that they're not, there's not an opportunity for another outcome, because there's for a good outcome, or just something that's not stagnant, because you needed time out from this connection because it was so draining, whether for them or for you. Yeah, and I want to see that advice. Okay, so whether that's for them or for you, the advice is saying that you should put thought. It's a good sign that you're putting thought on work, maybe, and on your goals, and for you. But for your person, I feel like they are just emotionally drained to even do anything. Yeah, I don't see like an outcome that will be healthy at this point, because it's too much. I feel like this whole situation is too draining to entertain. They need to get out of that first. They need to get their stuff together, or whether you have to. Maybe you should just give it a rest for now. Meditate, and then come back to asking yourself whether it's even worth it now at this moment. That's what I'm getting for pile 2. I'm sorry. I wish I could read something else or pick something else, but I feel like it's draining when you're questioning yourself all the time why it's not working out, or why it hasn't worked out between the two of you. So take your time, take care of yourself first. Everything else, if you're not in the right state of mind, then no matter who tries to be there and give you happiness, if it isn't coming from your heart within, then for yourself, to yourself, then I don't know, I feel like that's what I got for this. I hope it resonated. I'm sorry if it didn't really, if it put you in a damper mood, and see you next time. So pile number 3, who picks the lighter? it's kind of a funny thing to me. It brings joy to see this face. Sorry, this face. Maybe in this connection there was laughter a lot, or an inside joke. I don't know. That's what I'm picking up. It's a nice fire lighter. So I passed. So I feel like in the past somebody was feeling like they had to compromise for somebody else. They had to change for somebody else, whether that's you or them, you know it best. Or maybe the unwillingness to change their behaviors. Could be, I hope it's not, could be somebody who wasn't truthful, who was playing two sides, who was two-timing, or trying to gaslight you, manipulate you. I hope not, but could be. Or maybe you felt like in the connection you had to be everything for them when they were not putting an effort for you. Somebody at some point felt compelled to ask themselves if they're even themselves with the person they love, because it's not because you didn't love them to be yourself, but it feels like you've bottled maybe so much up that you didn't even want to keep arguing with your person anymore. So you had to compromise yourself maybe, and that's when ultimately the split or the downfall came. Or if it's not that, then it still hurt you. And what I'm compelled to say, what I was compelled to say was, sometimes even when we love someone so much, at the end, God will make that person hurt you until you have no other choice but to let them go. And maybe that's what you've been through in a way. I want to see the present. Right, yeah. So right now I feel like you're either you or your person is focused on balancing stuff. Maybe your relationship with them, or maybe now you are at a point where you're going to set boundaries, or you're setting boundaries with everyone in your life. And you feel calm and motivated to live life in the fullest, which is a good energy to be in, whether that's in that relationship or if it's not there yet in your own life. I want to see the possible outcome. I feel like there will be an opportunity where, okay, yes, you'll have the opportunity to be with this person, but I feel like you will go with the flow. You will be relaxed and peaceful with this person. So I feel like it's a good energy. It maybe a start for a new beginning. Overall, it's a good energy. I picked on the zodiac signs right now: Scorpio, Leo. That's just such a pairing that always creates chaos. I don't know why I had that in my mind. Maybe because it feels like it was a chaotic relationship, and now it will get to balance, or it's leading there, and then you have the outcome, which is a promising outcome. And I want to pick the advice I have. Advice for part 3. The overall advice is to, when you get this, or if you want to get to this, is that you shouldn't really dwell too much on the connection. You shouldn't really talk about it, because if you tell everyone, then you put bad energy out. If you're saying negative stuff, you should just remain focused on your stability and balance. That's what's happening in the present. And if you continue with this, you will get to a place where, whether this outcome will come or not, you will be content either way, which is superb. I like that. So I hope it resonated. It was a quick reading, actually. I didn't need clarifiers. That was one of the best parts out of the 3. Okay, thank you for watching. Hope you liked it. If you have some suggestions on what I should do next, please comment. I know I'm not the best reader out there yet, because I'm still learning, but I still put these out because I feel like somebody needs to hear something that I'm saying, so it's okay. Till next time, thank you.